So, at least it's not a full dead thing that he's kicking around, but or even worse, a full living thing. But anyway, I digress. The rest of them wave you over, and Manolan says, "Is there anything else you'd like to do before we continue to your exit?"
Nothing
really comes.
No, it's naturally.
Diana's kind
Oh, go ahead.
of.
Did I lose you?
We might have. Hang on.
People. It's like everyone.
Oh,
It's trying to catch up. Yeah, it's just kind of running a bit behind. Give it a sec. Oh, I think we can hear
it's
you
fine.
again now.
Yeah.
Try again.
Diana's just kind of like looking around at like all the drunk, well, probably not hungover people.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it looks like everyone loosened up all right, so I mean, that's nice.
He looks around at the disaster that is his people, and he says, "Yes, I mean, I'm quite glad. Everybody seems to have had a wonderful time at the festivities, and we'll be sure to do more like this in the future."
Make sure to invite us.
Anyway, you guys all gather together and continue into the Underdark toward the north, past the city. Manolan takes you up a winding path in the cave side, up and mostly hidden behind various stalagmites, stalactites, and columns of stone. That leads all the way up to a cave opening that has been. You can see very clearly that it's been like caved in on purpose, and he gives an affirming nod to his two people that are with him, and the two of them begin casting something of a spell, and you see together they have enough telekinetic power to move the rocks that are there aside. And as they do, you see light come pouring in, and Minolan immediately goes and shields his eyes and just recoils a bit. And on the other side, you can see there are dwarves there that are picking away, and they're holding like lanterns and the like, and just kind of trying to mine through the cave-in. And as they think they've broken through, it's actually these guys pulling all the rocks aside for them. But you see the dwarves that had you come in here in the first place. So that's a thing.
What do we say?
Lasara just walks forward and says, "Mission accomplished."
What she said.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Fix your problem from the root.
Yep. So let me just continue quickly doing a thing here. So you guys are all you all exit out of the Underdark, escorted by the dark elves that are there with you. Initially, as you all come out, the dwarves all draw their weapons, but seeing that you guys are with them and behaving rather passively, they kind of hold their weapons back and stow them slightly. And you guys are brought back up through the mine. You bid your goodbye to Manolan, who then turns his troops around and leads them back through the cave, leaving that opening still wide open. what would you guys like to do as the dwarves escort you back up to the surface?
Are they saying anything at all, or they're just walking us out?
They assault you with questions. They bombard you with questions. They're asking things like, what was it like in there? Were there more drow? Is it safe? Is it should we be concerned? What happened?
Well, if they're asking that, I mean, I guess we can probably tell them like there shouldn't be a problem with that.
We
Yep.
almost died twice.
we explain everything that happened.
Okay, so you guys go through the whole story, sort of top to bottom, as you last saw them, and continue your way up through the mines and back up to the surface proper, as you do, and find yourselves back out at the entrance to the mine at the edge of the desert. And you see amongst all of the people there, there is a couple of people that are from the Star Shadow Order Guild. You notice them definitely as they are tall half-elves in robes, which none of that fits the description of the
Dwarves.
the Goldheim citizens. But yeah, they're eagerly awaiting your return, and as you come back out, they greet you and offer you. They have like food and drink to offer you in case you needed it, like sort of emergency food and drink.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, they seem surprised. They kind of look at each other like, "Oh, well, we've got a couple of badasses over here."
They have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we were kidnapped by
know.
drow, and we were in the other horrors of the Underdark, and we went after a lich and all blah 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 blah. That's all they heard, and then you come back and you're like, yeah, no, we're good. What?
We're fine.
We're alive, aren't we?
There was a lich, and then there was lol, died.
And lots of booze.
So, back up on the surface. What would you guys like to do?
Do we have to like report back?
What?
Do we have to report back to anyone about this, or?
Well, I'm sure Lazara's gonna go back to Nessie.
Mm.
Oh, I thought I meant like in the city.
As you
that
were
was beautiful.
as you were coming back up with the dwarves you came up with, one of them was like the head of the mine, and
Okay.
they'll probably fill in the rest of them as if need be, if you guys want to get back to passage.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to like really point out that pathway that just open that leads to the Underdark, and also that there's the Dark Elves now.
Yeah. Okay. So, during your talks, I'm sure you put forward to them that, hey, the drow that are down there, the Dark Elves, they're friends. We're good. We're cool. And yeah, so they seem actually. Let's get a persuasion check from you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. No persuasion from Faye.
It's okay, you got Gunther.
Yeah.
Good.
And Lysara.
All right.
The half elves got this.
Mm. So all of you together, you kind of tell the story and convince them that, hey, the drow that are down there, they're not so bad.
Yeah, don't go picking up fights.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the other things that are down there, maybe not so much, but these guys are fine. So you kind of remind them to keep a guard up for any creatures that may come through, but the Dark Elves have much to offer in the way of ore and stone and all that kind of thing that the dwarves are fucking all about. So, yeah. And they seem to take that quite to heart. So, you head back to Goldheim, and then prepare for your journey back to Passage.
Yay!
We're out.
It's been 3,000 years.
84 years. It's like that was a long weekend.
That was actually like a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, around that time, yeah.
Boy.
Everyone probably thinks we're dead.
Oh my god,
Well,
there's a sun.
I mean, maybe some people.
Simone's gonna be so pissed with us.
Yeah.
It's okay, he doesn't need to know. I'm kidding. He's probably
I
gonna
mean, we
wonder
were
what-
gone for 2 weeks. I'm
I
pretty
know,
sure.
I was joking.
It's happened before. It's fine.
If Wolf didn't kill us, Simone is gonna kill us.
He might know because Ares knows. As we found out probably from Clovis, so there's a chance Simone might know.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know for sure, but like you might know.
Oh no. Gay fear. Sorry. Hold on. Let me get the thing real quick. Keep going. I just need to grab something real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys would like to do in Goldheim before you take your trek back to Passage?
Well, the star needs to get paid.
What?
The star needs to get paid.
Oh, paid. If I said laid, I was like, I thought she already did.
Yeah. I thought you said that as well.
I was just like, I did.
Like right there in Goldheim, right now.
We don't-
on the ground in public.
Right now, in front of everyone. Oh no.
Your clothes.
Lazara just can't
Take 'em
resist some
off.
sirens.
I'm pretty sure we don't need the money, but like we nearly die for this, so you know.
Yeah, payment would be nice.
Would she get paid for that here or back at the guild?
That would be
I think-
back at the guild in Passage.
Oh yeah. You got paid by like the person that hired like the guild.
At the guild, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was
So-
wondering,
Yeah.
the stuff we got, where would be good places to start selling those?
Probably Passage, but I wonder if Passage will have enough money to get all that.
No, probably not.
It could be various places all over the map, like all the main cities primarily. If you have interesting ores and metals and gems, Goldheim, Windmere would be some of the fancy things like the crowns and scepters and whatever else, what have you. Passage would be most of the other stuff.
Sounds kind of neat. Like, even though we get a lot of money, we're not going to get like all in one go because, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Because I was just like, one thing I was like really concerned about was like, we get to Passage and we get all this money. I'm like, what do I do with this? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or the
You
chicken
can take
nuggets.
you can take a few days to kind of jump around to all the places using Lazara's hella neat teleporty friends.
Yeah, because it'd be like all the big cities that have like the circles. We can just do that.
But yeah, while you're in Goldheim before you leave, it might be a good time to sell some of the
Yeah.
gems and
I was thinking
things
doing
like that. if
Good
you plan
idea.
on selling the gems.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
gems, and that's a lot of money, because you said 10,000 gems worth 50 gold each. That's 500,000.
And there's like a few more. Like it's not even just those.
No,
There's like the huge ones, like the peridot, the emerald, and like
The
I don't know, there's a
opal.
bunch of stuff. The opal, yeah.
There's also
Oh my God.
there's also like
Now that we,
for
Yeah?
metal,
Go
I
ahead.
feel like I could sell the brass sofa frame here.
The one that we almost died for.
The one that made the floor move.
Everyone's all like, please don't remind us.
It's okay. It's in the
More
past.
flashbacks.
We're alive.
yeah, we should do that before we go. Plus, now that we like fix their problem, they might be like nice about it. You know.
I don't like that laugh. I'm kidding.
I was just laughing at the fact that it's just like, yeah, maybe now they won't be dicks. And like,
Yeah.
You'd think they
Oh,
would.
Storms for
we
you.
have a big storm a coming.
But yeah, so you go about Goldheim selling some of the gems. What exactly do you want to sell?
Okay, first I want to get rid of the sofa frame.
The
So where would
sofa
I-
frame.
Yeah, where would I
Prob-
sell a brass? Like just
Just
you
that
know.
whole heap of metal.
Yep.
Honestly, probably at the blacksmith or one of the blacksmiths in town. There are plenty because they'll melt down the metal and use it for something else.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. Now, which one is what I need to choose
For
selling that?
I don't think Lance's dad likes us very
You
much.
know, that's why I don't want to go to him.
well, you can. You don't have to go to Glenn's father. You can go
Yeah,
to.
I can just
else.
go to another one. I'll just
Yep.
go
Yeah.
to some other blacksmith.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. So you go to a couple of different blacksmiths to try and find the best price you would get on it. And eventually you find that the best price someone's willing to offer after a bit of haggling is around 1,000 gold.
Okay, so just writing down things in my notes.
So just for that one, 1,000 gold.
Yeah, just for the one couch that's there.
Way.
Is good.
I'm gonna remove it from my inventory and add 1,000 gold to the pool of gold we haven't split yet. Where is it? My inventory. Just need to.
Okay.
Okay, it's in the. Alright, cool. That's done. I got a few gems. You said that two of them were like there was like two little stacks of gems we found at some point that were like one was worth 60 gold, the other one was 140 or something.
Yes, that is correct.
I could get rid of those since they're like not part of the big 10,000 bundle.
Okay. So you get rid of those for, is it 200 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now. Alright. And they have been removed. Okay, so there is actually I think we didn't put a price on that. Did we?
Which one?
No, we have not, because I didn't get to check it yet. It's the amethyst I got from the skull.
The yeah, no, we don't have price for that one.
Because I'd like to sell that one too. The one we got from the guy that knocked
mummy.
me down.
The thing that nearly kills you.
Yep.
Hmm. The which one exactly are you? The one from the mummy?
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Um. bu- 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 So from the amethyst you got from the mummy, you find a store that'll buy that for 500 gold pieces
Right?
because it's a very finely cut amethyst.
Into the pile. Alright. And would there be anyone willing to buy a part of the big pile of gems we got?
There's probably a few places here that'll buy the large bundle of gems or
Because
parts thereof.
obviously I can't sell too much because it's just like I don't want to. It's not like they will be willing to go bankrupt for those.
Yeah, you're bankrupt.
You know what I'm thinking though? We could sell the big ones and like all the regular ones that we have like a bunch of them. We can just like each get a part and like we sell them as we need.
Yeah.
Could do that, yeah.
Yeah, so we should like sell the big ones and like the 10,000 gems. Just like we each get a part of that, and we can sell them as we see fit.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Any other big boy gems you want to sell?
Big
You.
boy.
Want to try to? Would there be anyone willing to get either like the peridot, the emerald, or the black opal?
Yeah, you could probably sell both of those here.
Yeah, there's three.
There's
total.
three of them.
The
Peridot, an emerald, and an opal.
Yep.
Okay. Did you guys?
We have
Did
prices.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
that's what you're asking. The peridot
Yes.
is 10,000, the emerald is 25,000, and so is the black opal.
Okay. The places that you go to sell this are offering you roughly 75% of that price, but you can try and haggle your way up to the full price.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Fun. So for all of those? Like in separate places and everything?
In separate places, yes.
Hmm. I'll try to haggle to go a bit higher, like 85%,
85%. All right.
75%.
All right. Let's get a couple rolls.
Where is my persuasion? Well, that's a
Okay.
funny
Do you need
number.
to do more or
Huh?
Uh, all right. For 51,000 gold, you can sell all of these together.
For 51,000?
Yeah, that's how you end up. That's what you end up with at the end after you've sold all of these big gems.
Honestly, I wouldn't be too against it anyway. It's just 9,000 gold less from what it would be worth in total.
Hmm.
So if everyone else is fine with it, I'll be fine with it.
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
Why
it's
not?
fine.
it seems
Okay.
fair. It's like a lot of money, like anyway.
So you said
I like
51,000
how we-
total?
51,000, yeah.
So I'll accept that.
All right.
Do some math. Right.
That is still like hella money.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
still
a
a
lot
for
fucking lot of
sure.
money. That's why I'm not mad about it. All right. Was it for those?
You have anything else that we can sell here?
That's what I was wondering.
Metals and gems would be your best bet to sell here in Goldheim.
And we just sold
Um,
the big gems, so I'm assuming for
Yep.
the...
Or like weapons and armor as well would be a good thing to sell here, but you can sell those over at Passage or Seria too.
Yeah, anywhere. Pretty much anywhere we'll take
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Well, for weapons, we have a silver mace, a dagger, decorative dagger. We have that gold armor that you got of the zombie.
Yeah, that I think I'm gonna give that to a museum.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
They might
Okay.
be more like interested in that because it doesn't seem to be good. Nick said it's not good for protection.
Roll a. Let's go insight from Gunther for that.
Side, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty sure last time we checked that's what you said, but I will roll here.
Okay. You know that probably the best museum to sell that to would probably be in Windmere because of the heavy elvish presence there in Windmere, and also just the fact that it's like, hey, it's Drow, that's kind of like a similar sort of deal, and that they might be interested in the history of that. So the museum they have in Windmere might be the best place to go to sell that rather than some of the other museums. You might get a better price there.
Alrighty then.
Yep.
I'll hold on to that and shove it to the other section of my inventory because I have so many different sections. It's dumb. I have too many. Where did I put?
When your fucking organization skills become a burden,
Oh, they're here. Okay, so these.
the organization
Would it be the same
becoming
thing
so
for?
good that it becomes bad.
Would it be the same thing for the golden crown?
Probably yes.
Because it was on the same body anyway.
Yeah. Probably like selling that as a set might be a pretty decent idea.
Here we go.
I was gonna suggest that, yeah, but yeah.
I think the only thing we didn't take was the chess piece. Or did we?
No, you took everything.
We
I think.
Yep.
Hmm.
There wasn't like an armor chest piece. There was more like just kind of.
It was 2
bling.
braces and 2 shin guards is what I have here.
Yeah,
Yes,
the chest
and-
piece was kind of just. It
Yeah.
was just kind of like extra bling and gold and amulet and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we didn't take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well. Guess I should have. But
Oh well.
think about it.
What you have is fine.
I think we got plenty of money. I think we're
Yeah.
okay.
It think we should be good for now.
Okay.
Yep.
So, that's it that you wanted to sell here.
Can you repeat that?
That's all you wanted to sell here. That's it in terms of like
yeah,
gems and.
I'm pretty sure that should be enough for now anyway.
Okay.
There's other
So you
places.
guys gather your things together and get ready to set off. Which way are you going? Back to Passage first, or?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I was
Uh-huh.
wondering, just like quick question, how's the path? Because I was thinking, like, if the path from Goldheim to Windmere is not as like crazy, we could always just go to Windmere because we have stuff to sell, and then there's a teleporter.
That is true, yeah.
That is
Very
true,
true.
yeah, and it's not that far. It's about the same. It's actually less distance
it-
between the two.
Yeah.
Is it nicer or nay?
In terms of the fact that going back from Goldheim to Passage, there's a lot of like the valleys and the trenches and that sort of thing. It is a much rougher trek from Goldheim to Passage, but going back from Goldheim to Windmere, you do have to sort of pass through some of the desert to get there. a lot more so than on the way back to Passage. There's a lot less shade.
The
So-
desert is yeah.
We have
It's
desert
not that-
outfits.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
de-
super bad.
Yeah, it's like it's at the edge of the desert, so it's not nearly as bad. But yeah.
And we also have
Yeah.
outfits for that,
Yep.
Mhm.
so we can do it safely.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys, are you heading over to Windmere then?
Sounds like it.
Seems like a good idea to me
Okay.
because it's
I mean, it's up to everyone else. I was just suggesting, like, just
we can just
Okay, it's
work,
fine.
we could just
Okay.
work to Passage.
I didn't
after.
want to make. I did not need to like. I'm not like trying to be like, this is the way we're going. I was just like, I wonder.
Yeah.
No, I actually thought of that before, but like I don't know. I guess I just forgot to mention it because like when I heard it was such a long trip, like 5 days, just was like, is it easier from like the other side maybe? And I just completely escaped me. But yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that.
Okay.
There is
Okay.
also other business I have in Windmere. There's someone I haven't seen in a while, and I only like took lessons from him once.
Oh,
Never went back to my mentor, have I?
Nope.
also, Tree Bay is there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys head from Goldheim to Windmere. Still with Timbertail in tow. He's just kind of tagging along. And it takes you several days of trekking in the heat. There's not a lot of. There are a couple of days where there's just it's stagnant. There's not a lot of breeze or anything to help cool you down. So it is kind of rough. But you make it there with much more ease than the passage to Goldheim trail. Despite the fact that last time you had a pretty decent guide with you, it's still much less brutal terrain. And you end up arriving in Windmere sometime late afternoon, early evening, a few days later.
So a few days later?
Yep.
I was wondering actually, should we split the money we got? Because I have a big pile.
Oh. Or
Do you want to do it already?
Do you want to wait till we get to Passage, or
I mean, we can do that there.
Yeah, we can do that when we get back to Passage.
because we have so much more that we gotta sell and
Yeah, you're
everything.
right.
So
Never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind. I didn't say
yeah,
anything.
might
That'll
just
be
get
easier
a
that way.
Yeah,
A lot less math.
Yeah, Prince and I are thinking that way. We're just like, I don't want to do math. No.
Please don't make me. I already finished school.
Okay, so you guys arrive in Windmere. Give me just a hot second. Be right back.
How many days did it take to travel from Goldheim to Windmere?
Nick just left, so we don't know. I mean, trying to think, because it's a lot easier, so we're not like counting the stuff. So I'm just like, okay.
I'm only
12,
asking because I'm not actually taking notes like I'm usually doing
24.
it because I'm tired of taking notes while playing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just doing it a different way. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to translate that into journal
24.
material later.
I'm trying to like figure it out because when we traveled from, I'm having to like just go back from memory and everything because from here to Iron Cove was like what, a day's travel?
Probably.
Like a half a day's travel if I remember correctly, and then so because we didn't because I was trying to think, I was like, how long did it take us to go from Passage to the Abandoned Fortress, because that's kind of roughly around maybe a little less and everything like that. And I was just thinking, it's like, okay, like if we went from like Passage to the Abandoned Fortress, but the only time we've been to the Abandoned Fortress is that we took a pit stop at Iron Cove or a little bit above Iron Cove
Yeah.
to like, you know, get there. So I can't.
That's alright, we can wait for Nick.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm
Oh,
good.
Hey, Hello.
Had to get a thing.
Yeah, I was
plug it in.
wondering how many days did you say it took to go from Goldheim to Windmere?
Goldheim to Widmere. You're looking at about like 3 days with the heat and everything. Kind of the wind was kind of against you, so it was kind of hard to push through that. So about 3 days.
Was a lot less hard than going from Passage to Goldheim, though.
Fuck yeah, it was.
I kind of like Chris. I was like wondering, like, what if we would have just like taken a
Yeah.
teleport from Passage to Windmere to Goldheim? Would that have been an easier trip?
But we wouldn't have met Timbertail.
That's true.
That is true, yeah.
Okay, you know what? I retract my statement. Goldheim was perfectly a-okay.
Physically easier, yes. Emotionally, no.
I mean, it was a nice trip. Like nothing bad happened.
Yeah,
No.
Well, I mean, emotionally better this way because you got Timbertail.
we have a
Yeah.
cat.
He's like, I feel like he's literally everyone's favorite NPC at this moment. Like everyone loves him. Like everyone can agree that if anything happened to Timbertail, we would kill everyone in the room and then we would kill ourselves because we know they're I'm sorry.
He's a perfect boy.
Yes.
He's good.
He's a good
So-
boy.
Yeah.
And he has
Anyhow.
potato beans.
He does. I love that. It's we haven't I don't think the characters have seen them, but we know.
You know that he has pink
we
beans.
know.
We have the
We
knowledge.
know.
All that matters. Right. So it's early evening when we get to Windmere.
Yep.
Okay. What are we selling here then?
Alright.
I imagine the crystal box we could also sell here.
Yeah, I was assuming that too. Probably like, I'm assuming that would be something nice to sell to a jewelry store.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was a ring in it.
There was a ring in it. I mean, yeah. We have the crystal box. We have
The
gold and gem
golden
encrusted,
armor.
like yeah. Pluses.
Okay, so yeah, there's also the urn that I got in the tomb, but that probably is something that I can sell off to another museum, probably.
What?
Which urn?
The white urn I
Oh,
got in
the-
the tomb.
The urn. Urn.
It was from the chapel like room, right?
Yeah, that was there.
Yeah.
Oh, the big pottery one?
Yes.
Right, okay. Yeah, it was
You
a little-
show up to the museum like, hey, you went to Sarak's tomb and like we found like this thing. Do you want it or what?
Do you want it or what? I mean, it's chill if you don't. Like,
You're just
Yeah.
gonna be missing out, that's all.
We lived, bitch. Believe it.
all right. So you guys, where exactly are you heading right now?
Okay, so first, I'd like to go to the museum first.
Okay. So Gunther, you head out to the museum, and as you walk in, you find a he's a how do I explain this guy?
He's a guy. He has
It's
hair
a
and eyes.
yeah, it's a thing. So what you see is a he's a tiefling man, but he's kind of got like a weird disguise going on.
Oh,
Huh.
him and Gunther will get along quite well.
Yep. So you can see he's a rather rotund tiefling as well. Like he's got a a lot of meat on his bones. And he's covered in like rather expensive looking jewelry. Like he has like jewelry hanging from like his horns and his ears and all this kind of bling everywhere.
I'm sorry,
he's
but I
rich.
kind of thought like Colonel Sanders, but as a tiefling.
That's essentially what it is. He kind of has a similar. He has a very similar like goatee, but he's just like he's like a really fat, short devil Colonel Sanders.
Oh my god.
But he's kind of wearing like a bit of a disguise in a way. Like he's got he kind of has like what you can tell is definitely makeup. Like he's a very red tiefling, but he's wearing sort of makeup to change the color of his like the tone of his skin to more of like a normal like average skin color.
So he's like a weeb.
Yeah, you can see areas where like he's sweat the makeup off and that kind of
Can
stuff.
I roll insight on that? Like, do I get the feeling that maybe he's sure about that?
Sure.
I'm curious.
Maybe he's just like a weeb, but like with people that are not red.
From tiefling to tiefling. Or is he just weird?
He is. It's a bit of both. You can tell, like, the dude's weird, like, straight up.
Definitely.
But he is. You can tell that he has some sort of an insecurity about this this particular thing. Like he's left the horns and stuff because the horns kind of blend with the same deep red of his hair, which is kind of pulled back in a greased ponytail. But the rest of the skin he's kind of painted over because he's definitely hiding it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's very clearly not fooling anyone. Like he's a big fat sweaty dude, so he's sweating a lot of it off, and you can clearly see beneath it like the red. But you know.
Curious.
I described him as a rotund tiefling human with human makeup.
Human makeup.
Blings.
He just wants to be human.
Oh my god. Diana's like, why would you want that? Why though?
Diana just kind of looks at the guy and she just nods. Like tiefling to tiefling nod.
Yeah. So you you nod at the big fat tiefling, and he well, little fat tiefling, and he nods back. And
Really?
oh, that. So you nod to him, and he nods back, and he goes, welcome to my store. How can I help all of you?"
Hello. Well, me and my friends here have traveled for a while, and we've come across this this set of decorative armor, and we're wondering if you'd be willing to buy this from us. We found I told him where we found it, like in the Tomb of Horrors and stuff.
Okay. So he takes it and he pulls out this little magnifying spyglass piece, and he has a real close look at some of the pieces, kind of analyzing them and making sure that what you're saying is legit and they are worth their weight. You guys are actually standing right now in like a gift shop for the museum, and you can just see like a whole bunch of these little scrolls that are like ones that are like the original like declaration of the city, like the proclamation of like its law and the people that signed it and all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of little fakes of them and that sort of thing that people can take home. You get the idea that they're not really big selling items. And the museum doesn't have a hell of a lot in the way of entertaining things. It's mostly just bones and old stuff that isn't really all that interesting. So odds are he's going to want to buy something real cool to put on exhibit in the display. This might just be the thing.
It's in luck. Got cool stuff.
He
Did
is
you
in
actually roll a? Did you roll an appraisal check to see how much this is worth?
What exactly?
Yeah, I did roll for that. And
The
if
gold
I
armor
recall,
stuff.
it was no, actually, I had to wait.
I don't have anything for the
No, me
armor.
neither. I think I had to. No, that's the dagger and the chalices that I didn't find. Okay, so bracers and the shin guards. You said that those are about 100 gold in total, but
Okay.
that I could reevaluate them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you roll shit for those, right?
Yeah, and you told me
Yeah,
I
you
could
did.
probably re-roll later if I wanted to, which I actually would like to, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And there it is. Praise.
Oof.
Hmm.
You give him a close look over as you hand them off to the guy. You kind of, before you hand them over, you kind of polish up some of the areas where there was grit and dirt, and polish off the gems that were encrusted on them. And probably like at least double that.
So about 200 for the set.
Yeah. He kind of lowballs you with like 170.
170?
Yeah.
I mean that would be fair. And also well, I agree to that, but also pull out the crown and show him, and I'll tell him that we found it with these.
Oh, that one's pricey. That was like
Plus
like
25,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hand over the crown, and the crown is something else. Definitely worth like the 25,000. But he has a good look over it, and he says, "This is just a piece of junk. I don't want this. I'll give you, I don't know, 500 gold to make it a complete set."
I may hold on to these. Maybe for
Okay.
maybe like I don't mind selling him the
armor.
the pieces of armor, but the crown I'll hold on to, if anything.
And he says, would kind of suck to have it without the complete set. Let's make it 800. How about?"
No, I'm sorry, that's still too low. Let's say, if anything,
roll an insight check for me real quick.
Insight.
Oof.
Oh, okay. Be that way, dice.
I
I sight roll on 19 and then roll off to 3, and I'm like, why do you do this?
Betrayal.
Why are you doing me like this?
You kind of get the sense that he knows it's worth a hell of a lot more than he's like throwing at you.
Okay, that's basically what I get from it.
Yeah. He's fully aware that it's worth a hell of a lot of money, and he's just kind of trying to trick you into thinking that it's worth garbage.
And that he might just want to see if he can resell it later or something.
Yeah, well, or at least save himself several thousand gold.
Yeah. Well, for the full set, I'd say I'd be willing to go as low as 24,000.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Well, okay, be that way.
The number you throw at him kind of staggers him a little bit. And he kind of says, "Well, That's quite a high number.
I mean, we risked our lives for these.
I didn't tell you to do that. That's understandable, but I mean, I need to run a business. I can't exactly put myself in the black. And you see him sort of like starting to calculate a few numbers in his head. He goes, how about 15,000 for all of it?
Hmm. What do you guys think?
We could just go somewhere else.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
just do our business elsewhere.
Yeah,
good sir.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, we'll take our business.
You've had
elsewhere.
good luck in like other museums, like the one in
Yeah.
Syria.
I think they'd be probably willing to get that too. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. So you kindly take your business elsewhere.
Yep.
Instead of finger gunning, we flip them off on the way out. Not really, but I mean,
Faye just turns around. She's like, "By the way, your makeup is dripping."
Oh God.
you got something on your face like right there.
We all flip him off, and it's like all in sync.
Yeah.
Gunther remains polite and does not do that. I mean, he will probably come back eventually.
Everyone else flipping him off, but as you're leaving, just like, by the way, your outfit looks ridiculous.
That color does not suit you.
That color is not good with your eyes.
That color is not good.
Anywhere.
Yep, like that's the
With
end of that thought.
anything. Just stop.
Not good. So you take your leave from the museum. Anywhere else you'd like to go in Woodmere?
What else can we sell in Woodmere? The jewelers,
Yes.
the
that would be good too.
crystal box and stuff.
Yes.
Cool. So you head toward the jewelers. Walking inside, you find like marble floors and rather extravagant display cases in sort of a U shape leading up to the back desk, where you see two identical-looking people standing side by side.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
It's the twins again, but different.
Oh, that's right.
I like how I have to specify, but different.
Yeah,
Well, they don't know me, so that's good.
right.
They don't know me yet.
So yeah.
You don't know if their like siblings have talked shit about you to them.
Yep. I mean, the other ones in Passage agreed that the ones in Syria were dicks.
Okay.
This is like
so,
the Officer Jenny of like our game.
yes. So
I
you
love this.
you walk forward, and the two of them in exact unison go, "Welcome."
And I greet them back also.
Okay.
And state my business that I've come to sell some things to them if they'd be interested to take a look.
Both in unison again go, "Hmm," and they look at one another, and then they wave you forward to sort of coax you into showing them what you have on offer.
Alright, so I get the crystal case. Full crystal box.
There's also the jade coffer that we have.
Yes, there's also that.
All All right, so you show them the crystal. It was kind of like a little lockbox, wasn't it? Like a little
crystal box, yeah.
Yeah.
little crystal box. And they kind of look it over, and amongst them they go, And together again they go, maybe 500 gold pieces.
Oof, that's off.
Yikes.
I think we evaluated that one for 1,000, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. How about 800, I say, as I roll my persuasion?
Sure. They turn around and kind of start deliberating amongst each other. And then they turn around and they both nod and they're like, yes, good.
Perfect. So for 800. 800 isn't too bad, it's just 200 less.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be awfully picky. I try though. Times.
Oh my god, do I try?
Okay.
So you sell them the little crystal box. Say, is there anything else we can offer for you today?
Yes, I think so. So yeah, the jade chest. That one, yeah.
The jade coffer, yep.
The
Jade
jade
coffer.
coffer.
That was like 5,000, I think.
Yeah, that's what we evaluated it for. So I take that out too,
Okay.
and I say there's also this one if you're interested.
Okay. They look it over, and once again they turn around and start deliberating amongst themselves. They both turn back around and in unison again they say 3,200 gold.
I mean, that is more than half.
Yeah,
but-
that is more than half, so I'd be more willing, to be honest. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So they offer you the 3,200 gold in exchange for the jade coffer.
Perfect.
Good.
Go add the total amount to the stack of gold here. 4,000. Right, so far the pile of gold we didn't split yet is 77,530.
Nice.
Okay. So,
And well, you said, Chris, earlier you said we could just like split the rest of like those gems and stuff, but we could still sell a few here, right?
We could do that. Maybe we can sell like half.
gradually.
We can try to sell like, yeah.
Probably try to sell like
Oh, like 1/4 here, maybe.
1/4 is still
It's still a lot, isn't it?
yeah, because they're
How-
worth around 50
we-
gold each. That's 125,000 for a quarter of it.
Oof, yeah, you're right. So how do we go about this? That's so much money.
I know.
it is. These guys don't exactly look
They don't look like they'd be willing to buy more from us at the moment, in my opinion.
well they don't exactly look poor by any means. Like the place is very fancy and they could probably afford a good amount of gold. 125,000 in one hit. You know, maybe not, but you can probably try.
A bit of well, maybe a chunk of them we can sell. I'm just trying to think of a way we can split them that's not complicated. That's why it was like 1/4 belong, maybe like one.
Let's
Chris is
say-
like, I just don't want to do the math.
Yeah, honestly. But I mean, if you guys want to do it, that's fine.
That's why I like
Chris
doing
is
math.
like, we'll
so-
just leave it to you guys.
I like doing math, so I'll do it.
Okay.
Nick and Kay got this.
Yeah. So it's
I'd go
1,000 of them worth 50 gold each.
I'd go with a 20th of it, if anything. That's 5,000. Wait, no, that's not 5,000. That's 500 gems. Hold on, let me redo my. Yeah, that's 500 gems for a 20th of it. 500 gems is already a lot.
How many gems are there exactly?
10,000?
10,000. Okay.
That's what you said.
Yep. I was just trying to figure it out.
You made a mistake. You're kidding.
Yeah. No, it's fine.